All right, good morning, agents. This is Kevin Lauren. I'm the Director of Training and Marketing here at Alta Realty Group. And today we're going to be joined again by DJ Bibb from Fidelity. And he's going to go over some really cool marketing stuff with us. We're also going to go into our ARG app and just make sure everybody knows exactly how to download it, how to use it, and what the important parts are. But before we get into today's presentation, I'm going to bring Bill Seitz, our corporate broker, on the line. Bill, good morning. How are you today?
Hey, good morning, Kevin. Good morning, everybody. It's good to be back. I'm doing a little better. As you know, my back went out on me. So, just an early gift for my 50th birthday next week.
There you go, pal. Happy birthday.
Yeah, nothing like a little back reminder of where we are in life.
Hey, you're no spring chicken anymore, pal.
No. That's official. We'll mark it down. But yeah, other than that, doing well. Got some fun or some good stuff to go through. I don't know how fun it is, but it can be fun if you, with all the right perspective.
Hey, Bill, we have fun with everything we do, right?
Yeah, well, we try to, anyways. So briefly, I want to just go over the Tuesday tip from yesterday, Kevin, before we get started. I had just put together a quick little outline. Hopefully most of you guys are getting these. We have the Motivational Monday that goes out. Just a little reminder of just a couple of words, just get your week started right. And then we also have the Tuesday tip, which we've been sending out. And this week was about CDAs and file uploads. And so what I wanted to do is just remind everybody kind of what the optimal interval and upload process looks like. So for example, if you were going to take a listing, you get your listing agreement signed and your initial seller disclosures, broker documents, and you would upload those at that time, right? So your TC, you meet with your seller, you get the listing agreement and all those supporting documents signed. That would be your first upload, right? We do have a company policy of a listing agreement should be uploaded within 48 to 72 hours of taking that listing, just so we can understand what is out there within the company, and obviously for compliance purposes. Upload 2, get your offer, you get your escrow opened, any counters, amendments to the contract, anything in that kind of sequence there, that would be your upload 2. And then upload 3 would be all your disclosures, seller disclosures, any reports, termites, physical inspections, anything that needs to fit in that category. That would be upload 3. And then boom, you would be ready for your CDA. And a CDA is a commission disbursement agreement or authorization, as most of you know, and then you get paid. And then your last upload with your TC or yourself would just be after, obviously, this is the important part because, you've gotten your check, you've gotten paid, but we still have the MLS printout and the final settlement statement from escrow. So that's just the kind of the perfect scenario. And I look at it kind of like banking. It's like when we submit a loan to a bank, one thing they can't stand is if you upload one condition at a time. Nothing will take a loan longer to get to the finish line is if the bank sends you 12 conditions to satisfy and you upload 1 or 2 at a time. So if you do it together in groups and group them together and make less uploads, but make it make sense, then the underwriter has an easier time signing off, going through it, and they're spending less time per file. So this is a really important kind of process to understand. It's really a matter of being efficient and allowing us to get through more files quicker. So in the banking world is the perfect analogy, and that's why we use United Wholesale as our primary lender, because their system is so efficient and we've mastered it as a brokerage that's why we get approvals in less than 24 hours. That's why we can close loans at 8, 9, 10 days, is because we follow a very specific process. And so each of you will have a better success getting your CDs out quicker and more efficiently if you follow this process. So I just thought it would be good to take a few seconds to review that and just have it make sense and have an analogy with it, because I think when you use the banking portion of it, you're like, oh, that does make sense, right?
And then also, I've just pulled up the 10-year Treasury bill. So maybe you want to give us just a brief. Looks like we're still dipping, which is great. You want to give us a update there?
Yeah, Debbie's out enjoying her girlfriends in Puerto Vallarta this week, so we're giving her a break on this update. But yeah, as I looked through the financials this morning, you can see that the 10-year has pulled back a little bit, which is great news. You can see it's the last few weeks it actually really had gone up a fair bit, and so we were hovering around 4.7, and now to be down 4.36. So you pretty much can equate that to about a 0.25% reduction across the board on pricing. So that is helpful. We spend a lot of times talking about solutions and different creative ways to utilize financing in today's challenging markets. And so whether it's the buy downs or the debt coverage service ratios or non-qualified mortgages, a lot of options out there to help your buyers and investors. So as always, give us a shout if you need anything in that department, and we're happy to help you.
Absolutely, Bill. And remember, you do build loyalty points for using Clearview Mortgage as well as Legacy Escrow. So don't hesitate there. Thanks, Bill. Appreciate the update as always. We're going to move swiftly to our guest, DJ Bibb. So let's bring DJ on the line. DJ, good morning, and how are you today?
Good morning, Kevin. I'm doing great, thanks. Thank you for having me on again.
It's always a pleasure to have you.
So yeah, today we're going to talk about how do I want to frame this? You call it marketing. To be compliant, I need to call it farming. So we're going to talk about
Perfect.
We're going to talk some innovative ways to integrate different technologies into our farming efforts and strategies. And it's really a lot easier today than probably most people think, and that it seems. The platforms that provide the technology have really gotten better at making it user friendly and kind of easy to get up and going. So if you will allow me to share my screen, I'm going to start talking about the first one.
Absolutely. Go ahead. You should have access now.
Okay. So the types of things I'm going to be talking about today are types of technologies. We'll be talking about QR codes, landing pages, voicemail campaigns, things like that. So first off, this is a new concept for a postcard. This is probably one of the greatest mailing postcards that I've seen in my career. And I say that because it's intriguing. It's so simple, right? Yet it's intriguing, and it brings different technologies into play and is very interactive with the customer. So can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Perfect. So here's the postcard on the left. It's classically simple. Did you hear about your neighbor? And then there's a QR code to the right. That's it. Very clean, very simple, very intriguing.
It's provocative right there, buddy.
Right? I mean, I wish I could call this my idea. I didn't come up with it, but who doesn't like gossip? Who doesn't want to know kind of what's going on around their neighborhood? And maybe a few years ago, I might have said, this is silly. Nobody's going to click on the QR code. These things have been around. But since like the COVID years, the QR code has made a huge comeback, and everybody knows what they are. Everybody's comfortable with them. And they're way more likely to click on a QR code rather than, do a Google search or something like that. It's just the way it's set up is just more intriguing. And like I said on the back.
And also, DJ, just one other thing is the fact that the phones now utilize the camera feature in order to read the QR codes. That's huge, because you used to have your own little software, right?
Exactly. And then on the other side, it's also very clean and simple. There's the QR code again, the intriguing comment, and then to stay compliant for yourselves, right? There's the real estate agent, name, license number, and company, whatever information you want to put on there. The general idea was to keep it as intriguing and simple as possible. But I think you got to put your own branding on there just in case nobody clicks on it. You still got something out of it. And what this postcard is designed to do is replace the just sold postcard, right? Everyone's seen a just sold. Everybody glances at it for a moment on the way to the trash, and you hope that you've made that impression, right? That has branded yourself as succeeding, as providing a value to the community and being an expert in the community. But that's all you've done. Is if you spent a lot of money on a postcard and you got one impression on its way to the trash, if you can get them to click on your QR code, this goes to a landing page, which now has them in your own environment, right? You can feature photos of or a video of the property that just sold. You can say sold for over asking and show how much. You can put your comments from your seller or reviews by other customers. You can put your marketing plan and what's going to make you stand apart from other agents that might be competing in this community. And then again, at the bottom, they can click on your email address and send you a message. They can click on a link to text you. They can follow you on social media. You've just pulled them from a postcard into your own environment to share the information of the just sold, but then so many other things that just by scrolling down, right? Hopefully they get lost and they stay in that environment for an extended period of time and learn more about you. And so this is available right here through Breakthrough Broker. You will need an account with Breakthrough Broker, which is very simple. And I can send instructions on how to get to this and how to set up the account. But as you can see here, right, on this page, if you just click watch this tutorial, it brings you to a YouTube video that's 5 minutes.
Derek, over at Breakthrough Broker, I'm going to be reviewing a step-by-step of.
And I'm not going to play the whole video for you, but it literally gives you a step-by-step in 5 minutes on how to use their template for the landing page, how to have them host the landing page. You customize your postcard. You get the farming list, through us or your favorite title company. And then you can have it printed, sent to your own mailing house. Breakthrough Broker can mail it out for you. Really, you got PDFs, you got social media shareables. So it's really available in any way that you want. And they made it very, very simple and easy for you.
Yeah, and Breakthrough Broker in general is a really great resource. I've been referring all of our agents for years to Breakthrough Broker. A lot of good ideas, a lot of cool stuff. They've even got Spanish materials for Hispanic speakers. So really, really great resources. So I do encourage you guys to get that free account. And yes, DJ, just send me some information. I'll put that out to all the agents, of course.
Yeah, Kevin, I'll send you an email that basically has this right here. Click the link to get to this page on Breakthrough Broker. Click this to watch the video on how to set it up and so forth. The next thing I wanted to talk about is voicemail campaigns. People tend to have different opinions on these. I never gave them much thought and much paid attention because, we all get too many sales calls. But I got one recently from an agent and I'm like, wow, that was done really well. I really like that. I'm going to share that. And basically what it was a voicemail, straight to voicemail. There was no ring on my phone. It just a voicemail popped up and it was for a listing in my neighborhood. And I know the listing, it's down the street. I'd walked through it because, we all like to be looky-loos. And it was the agent basically saying, hi, this is DJ Bibb from XYZ Realty. We have 555 Vista Grande listed down the street from you. We have had an overwhelming amount of response to this listing. A lot of interest, over asking price. If you haven't been by, I want to invite you by. If there's a number for your house that would interest you, We have a lot of overflow traffic from this property that, perhaps, they'd be interested in yours. Again, this is so-and-so from this brokerage. Please give me a call. My number is yada, yada, yada. And that was it. Clean, simple. It was informative about the listing down the street. And it said that they had a lot of interest over asking price. And it was very non-invasive, right? It wasn't like a cold call to you. It was just a voicemail. And if it intrigued you, and the voicemail was intriguing to me, it invited you to respond. So it was very engaging, which I liked. And if you didn't know, the farm lists you get from us, we have platforms and ways we can help you purchase phone numbers for very, very cheap, couple cents each. So you can implement these types of voicemail campaigns. I don't know what platform that agent used. I know Sly Broadcast. It's probably one of the most popular ones out there. I assume he used this or something like this. But yeah, like I said, it goes straight to voicemail. You can upload a spreadsheet in it, and they have lots of pricing plans. So you can find the ones that work for you. So they got 100 deliveries for $8 a month, 300 deliveries for $25 a month. Or they have these, pay as you go, $10 for 100 deliveries, $40 for 500 deliveries. I mean, it may seem expensive, like 1,000-unit farm, $60. But if you think about that compared to our regular farming efforts, right? A postcard, postage alone is like 60 cents. Maybe you get a little cheaper with bulk, but you put a postcard together, you're going to pay at least $1, or so per unit. And what are you going for there? We're going for one glance, one impression on its way to the trash can, and maybe we might get a call. This is a tiny fraction of that amount, and it's directly engaging with somebody and inviting them to respond to you. And so it doesn't necessarily have to replace the postcard, but it can reinforce the postcard. Hitting people from all angles, we have learned has been the true way to succeed in we'll call it our farming efforts. So it just adds another layer of engagement. So any questions, Kevin or Bill?
No, I mean, I went through this with DJ. This is why I kind of wanted him to come on, because I had gotten a referral actually from our lovely Debbie over here in Fountain Valley. And it was the exact scenario that DJ went through, sold quickly, lots of overflow, multiple offers. And it was like, wow, this neighborhood is a lot hotter than I thought it was. And since inventories in most neighborhoods have not come back to where, days on market are going, 20, 30, 40, 60 days, things are selling very quickly. What better way to canvas? I think DJ and I just went through, we just did a little mock-up of this neighborhood that I was looking at. It was like 470 homes or something like that, DJ?
Yeah, I think so.
And I was just running through the cost of, okay, what would it cost to, put together the data from Fidelity, right, for the phone number, and then also the software to broadcast that exact same message. Hey, I'm so-and-so, it just sold this property. We've got a lot of interest, and I've got multiple people that will be interested in buying in this neighborhood, and doing something that I was like, wow, that would be a really cool presentation to the agent base, because it's a little different. It's cost effective, and you can reach so many people in basically instantly. And so for those of you that are carrying listings or have this type of scenario, or just want to farm a specific area, just keeping the neighborhood informed of what's going on, what a effective, inexpensive route to go. So I love this, DJ, and the postcard's amazing as well. So
yeah, thanks. I love them both. They're adding more layers to what agents traditionally do. And another great way to utilize this, the voicemail campaigns, is, I don't know if you guys have heard of the pick your neighbor concept idea. The idea is when you get a listing, before you go live with it, maybe you're coming soon, maybe you're about to go live, but before you've done a broker preview or an open house, you invite the community, just the neighbors, to come in, maybe 5 to 7, maybe you have a little refreshments, and you make them feel warm and fuzzy, like, hey, we're going to give you, the community, the first look at this new listing that we're getting ready to launch. We thought you might, one, be interested in knowing what's going on in your community, and two, hopefully you have a friend that you might want to make your neighbor. You help choose your neighbor, make your neighborhood better. Come check this property out, and if it makes you think of anyone, reach out and call them, and set up a showing for them. And this is a great way to send that invitation for very quickly, right, and very inexpensively.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, and DJ, I've been, harping on that for years. Just the fact that, you need to start with the local community, start with the neighbors, make sure that they know that you're putting this thing on the market. You're a professional. You want to make sure that they know that, this property in their neighborhood is going up. And I think, choosing your neighbor, that's a great thing to call the little get together. We're having a choose your neighbor party. Come on over and preview preview the listing and see if you can pick your neighbor. I think it's brilliant. Very, very cool.
Yeah, especially if there's been, some recent improvements to the home. Neighbors love to see what other people have done with the floor plan, and it gives them ideas. It spurs conversation at the party. And maybe there's some other people that all of a sudden become interested in selling. You start to have those conversations. So
well, that's the big one, obviously. DJ, trying to get that next sale, and just making yourself the neighborhood realtor. And if you start doing this consistently, then you get another one, then you get another one. All of a sudden, you are the realtor in that neighborhood. We've seen a lot of our realtors just go nuts with that and really become the local expert, and that's where we need to be.
100% agreed. Yeah. So anyhow, these are just a couple of ideas and platforms that I wanted to share. We don't, these aren't our platforms. I don't get anything from Slide Dial. I like the product and wanted to share it.
No, that's fantastic. And, so our CRM system does have a text functionality.
Oh, perfect.
But I don't think it has the, voicemail functionality. So this would be a very good, accoutrement to our CRM system. One thing that our CRM system does do is we can create those landing pages, so we can keep them within our environment, with our infrastructure. And so if anybody needs help, bridging those two gaps, of course, Breakthrough Broker does allow you to create landing pages, which is amazing. And all of you, are on our program too, where you have the CRM system and the websites. So this will be a great use for that if you didn't have it.
Yeah, you definitely don't need to use Breakthrough Broker's landing page. If you guys have an easier, better way to do it, that's fantastic. The main idea here is the concept and wanting to make it easy.
Very cool, DJ.
All right. Well, thank you all for having me. You guys have my contact information, and Kevin will send out, he'll forward the email about these things to you all. And if we can get you some farm lists or help you get up and running or answer any questions, we're definitely here for you.
Perfect. Thanks so much, DJ. Really appreciate you coming on our webinar occasionally. You always provide really good information, and we do appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
All right, guys, I'm going to switch gears real quick here. I know most of you have seen our, let me stop the screen share here. Most of you guys have seen our app, but let's just take a quick look at it again. So let me put in the chat how you guys can download this app. And we've got a lot of people that have downloaded the app already, but here's in the chat, here is the link for the Apple iPhone as well as Android. If you go to those, you go to the app stores, you won't be able to find it. You do need a link because it is a private app. So first thing there. And so once you have this downloaded, the great thing about the app is, first of all, you can see the webinars right on your phone easily. You can also see all the past webinars right here. You can click there and just, any of our past webinars, they're all right here. Very easy to watch them. If you're sitting in the DMV, you're waiting for something, who knows? Really easy to, catch up on things with the app. It's right on your phone. And then, of course, we have links to Legacy Escrow and Clearview Mortgage. So you have very, very easy access to those two entities. You can check out the featured properties. And then another really important aspect of the app is the Agent Resource Center. So the most important thing is click on the Human Resources tab. And sometimes agents are confused on who to contact within the organization. Well, we have our corporate directory right here. It's right at your fingertips, phone numbers and email addresses for all of the important people in the organization. And so you never have to feel like you don't have a phone number, you don't know who to call. All of it is right here. And so it's a very, very easy way to stay connected. Also, you have access to our E&O policy, W-9, direct deposit form, just everything is right here for you guys. Okay. And then also tons of resource links. We also have our ARG agent handbook here. So any rules and regulations that you're unfamiliar with or you're confused about, you can click there. Marketing materials as well. So very, very cool stuff. I really encourage all of our agents to be on the app. And then one of the other most important parts of the app is you do have the ability, if you click on that little hamburger icon up in the upper left, and you scroll down to community, this is where you have access to other Alta agents. And so you can see all other agents and you can communicate with them. You can send them a text or you can send them a message. And so if you're looking for someone to do an open house for you, perhaps, it's a perfect way to find people nearby. Here's recent people that have used the app recently. Here's people that are nearby to you. So very, very great way to stay connected with other Alta agents. And it's just another resource for you guys. And so I do really encourage you guys to use the app, have it on your phone, ready to go whenever you need it. And that way you can answer a few questions on your own. Of course, you can also contact us anytime, but this will help you, especially after hours and things like that. So really encourage everybody to download the app. Again, in the chat, I have both iPhone and Android links, so absolutely get in there. So Bill, any special takeaways from today's presentation? I know DJ went through some really cool stuff.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is just a really power-packed webinar with marketing or farming, things and new creative ways to connect with the neighborhood. And I think, if this is something that you resonate with, why not try it? Why not get out there and give it a go? I mean, some people might not be comfortable putting out a message through that medium, but I think a lot of you will, and a lot of you will be very effective at it. It definitely intrigues myself, and I might tinker with it a little bit. So, and then thank you for reviewing the app again. I know that it's probably been a little while since we've gone back through it. And just from the broker side, we do get a lot of where can I find the the W-9 for the company, blah, blah, blah. Well, it's nice to know it lives right here on your phone. Another thing that comes up frequently is, oh, I changed my bank account. The one that you guys have on file is no longer using it. Well, that's potentially a problem, right? Because if we're going to ACH you for a lease payment or for whatever reason, the check comes to the brokerage and we have to pay you, well, please make sure that if you change any of your bank accounts on file with us, we do need a new form filled out so we can put that into our system and make sure we can pay you efficiently. Nothing's worse than having a payment go out to the former account, and then it's just kind of a mini nightmare trying to unwind that. So just keep that in mind. And yeah, that's about it on my end, Kevin.
Perfect. Well, I appreciate the insights there, Bill. And yeah, so the Agent Resource Center in the app, very, very robust. It's got everything you need. So if you do have questions, don't hesitate to contact me. And of course, if you are interested in creating one of these postcards, I'm definitely available to help you guys out and make sure that you know how to do it properly, and maybe even add some extra fun stuff. So agents, again, thank you so much for joining us on our Wednesday webinars. Really appreciate it. With that said, get out there, make it a great week and a productive week, and we will see you guys next Wednesday. Bye-bye.